Hello and welcome to Ruby's podcast. I am Ruby Alice and I'm happy to present yet another new segment, Children's Club Talks. This segment tries to provide guidance to the youth and offer answers to some questions that they confront. If you are a first-time listener, please subscribe to this channel and share these podcasts with everyone in your contact list. You could also share your comments below to let me know what you think about today's episode. Thank you. Come, let's take a listen to what is being discussed in today's episode. Hello kids, how are you all? Where's your mom? I came to meet her.
Please come in, Auntie. Can I get you something to drink?
No, thank you, Dilip.
She has gone out, Auntie. Can you please wait? I will call her up and find out.
I did that already, Dilip. And Auntie, Mom sends her apologies and asked if you mind waiting until she comes.
When is she coming back? Did she mention that?
I'm not sure, Auntie. She just mentioned that she'll be back in a jiffy and asked us to keep you entertained until she comes.
Oh, that's very sweet of her. I should have checked her before starting. I thought she'd remember that I was coming here today at 11.
Auntie, please have some coffee while you wait for Mom. I made it especially for you.
Oh, you shouldn't have bothered, Dilip. Anyway, thank you.
Mom keeps forgetting a lot of things these days, Auntie.
I'll remember that next time, Dilip. By the way, the coffee is really good.
Thank you, Auntie. Saranya, did you hear that?
Auntie, he knows to make only coffee and tries to impress guests with it.
I'm really happy to know that he tries to impress guests.
At least I tried to get something for our guest.
Big deal. Auntie, can I make some sandwiches for you? I make real good ones.
No, thank you, Saranya.
Saranya, I guess Auntie is scared to have them.
Hey Dilip, it's not that. I had a late breakfast and I don't feel like having anything now. By the way, I have tasted Saranya's sandwiches
When, Auntie?
during my last visit here a month ago, and they were really good, Ma.
Nice to know that, Auntie.
Hey, talking about sandwiches, I'd like to have some now. Can you make it for us, Saranya?
Oh, sure. I'll make for everyone.
Yay! Mission accomplished.
So you schemed it, you little brat?
Yes, Auntie. She makes nice sandwiches, but if I asked her, she would have refused.
Too smart. So what do you guys do these days?
These days, meaning?
The lockdown.
How that? We play games, watch series or movies on Netflix or Amazon or chat with friends. And by the way, these two are friends from G Block. He is Mike and she is his cousin Rekha.
Oh, I don't think we need any introduction. I know them both. So looks like you're all enjoying life?
Sort of, but it's kind of boring too.
That's good in a way.
Good? What's good about it?
Getting bored will help you to think of other things.
Other things like what, Auntie?
Like what you want to achieve in life, where you want to be after your studies, etc.
There you go, Auntie. You're talking about setting goals, right? If you don't mind, can I ask you, why are you all so caught up with setting goals, achieving goals, blah blah blah?
Oh, so you don't like setting goals,
Not really. I feel it's not a big deal since it was always kind of transient for me.
Why is that?
Because when I was little, I wanted to become a police inspector, then I wanted to become a pilot, then I wanted to become a musician, and it is forever changing.
Yes, Auntie. Even for me, it changed every year. When we got promoted and the new class teacher asked us to introduce ourselves with our goals, I ensured that I would say what others didn't say to sound different without much thought of what I wanted to become.
Is it the same with everyone?
No, my goal is never to have a goal in life.
That's weird, but why?
It's because of Rakesh who lives across our house. You know him, Auntie?
Of course I do. He's doing his engineering in JPEC, right?
Yes, Auntie, the same guy. He is my senior and from very young, all that he wanted was to become a doctor. He studied hard and passed his plus 2 with high percentage, but didn't get the required cutoff in the entrance exams and was forced into engineering. He hates it and whenever we meet up, he'd tell us it's really a waste to set goals.
Ah, so he is the culprit?
Yeah, kind of. And I don't want to live a depressed life after not being able to achieve my goals.
But you must know that everything in life is centered on goals. Every activity from the moment you wake up to getting back to sleep.
That can't be.
Hey guys, your sandwiches are ready. Please have them. Auntie, can you please have one for my sake?
Okay, since you insist.
What are you all talking about?
Auntie was talking about goals and she says that everything in life is centered on goals.
Really?
Yes, it is. Let me help you understand this. Just think of the days when you were going to college or school. As soon as you got up, you had to get dressed up and rush to catch the bus, and being there at the bus stop at the right time was a goal, and you had to plan yourself accordingly. Even having your meals at the appropriate time had to be planned. So when the evening comes, you have to get back home, and once home, what did you do?
I play my favorite PUBG game.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so you all play it, I suppose.
Yes, we all do.
An interesting game, I guess.
It sure is, Auntie.
No wonder most of you are addicted to it.
Yes, Auntie.
And I assume that you play this or any other game to win.
Definitely.
Good. Let's say that your goal is to win and so you play it.
Okay.
So, we always set goals in life and proceed to achieving them. And if you analyze anything, there is a goal attached to it, and you want to achieve it for the sheer pleasure of achieving it or to make a mark in life. That is why I said that life revolves around goals, and if you fail to have one now, you may regret it later.
You have confused me now.
How?
So long, I was clear that I will not have any goals because if I don't achieve it, I may feel depressed like Rakesh and not enjoy my life.
It was that serious?
Yes, he had to undergo treatment for depression, and even now, his parents say that he hasn't recovered fully.
Oh, I feel sad for him. But I still feel you need to have goals in life.
Why is that, Auntie?
Let me explain it with an example. Assume that you and your family set out on a vacation to an island on a ship. Unexpectedly, there is a shipwreck, and you and 5 of your friends have somehow managed to get onto a lifeboat. What will you do next?
We'll try to figure out how to reach the shore.
Good, but one among you had heard from someone that most of the shipwrecked people die due to exhaustion while trying to find a way, and tries to dissuade you from thinking about it. How will you handle it?
I'll first check if there are any supplies in the lifeboat to keep us alive and for how long.
Very practical. Now let's suppose you figure out that there is a week's supply of essential items. What next?
We'll go forth and plan how to reach the shore.
You won't listen to him?
No, I don't think we should. We will want to somehow reach the shore.
And you have been rowing for a couple of days and there is still no sight of land. But to your relief, a ship passes by and you get to know that they are headed in another direction, but they say they can drop you at the nearest shore. Would you take their help?
Yes, definitely.
Smart thinking. But you also get to know that another ship may pass by that way in a couple of days, which could take you back home. What will be your choice now?
With too many odds against us, like the weather worsening or the intended ship not reaching us at the scheduled time due to some unexpected issues, and the lack of a knowledge to survive a storm, and supplies not lasting until someone else reaches us, I think it will be better for us to take their help.
And if that friend is still skeptical of you finding help in an alien land, what will you do?
Perhaps leave him behind in the lifeboat to inform the next ship that we have gone with this one and try to send us help later.
Impact of watching too many movies, huh? But that's what you must do because now your primary concern is to stay safe. This is what life is all about. We are all caught up in the middle of an ocean, and though we plan to reach a place, due to some unforeseen circumstances, we are forced to make do with the opportunity that presents itself and go with it in order to stay alive or do something with life. And in this situation, reaching the shore was your goal, and hence you tried to row in a direction that you thought would lead to the shore. That gave you the direction to progress and also a sense of purpose because you didn't stay idle. and while doing so, you had chanced upon a ship that could rescue you. So you tried to grab the offer of help with an attitude of gratitude because you're all very well aware of your condition and understood that you have to get away from the present uncertain situation in order to plan your next course of action. And hence, you decided to turn a deaf ear to the naysayers who prevent you from progressing towards your destination. So, a life without a goal is like a ship without a destination. Having a destination in mind will help the crew to chart out the course and direct the ship towards its destination. Having said that, when the ship is in the ocean, the crew must be prepared to face storms and overcome it. And the crew that knows to make the right decisions to stay still or abandon a ship in order to survive will find opportunities amidst every challenge. And for that to happen, you should be willing to quickly adapt yourself to the changing situations. Hope I'm clear. Now, Mike, tell me, would you still follow Rakesh's advice?